What's poppin', y'all? This is Kitty Monroe coming all the way from Delaware, and I am in the nightlife.
So let everybody know, how did you come up with your name?
So my friends actually gave me my name when I was like 16, 17, because everybody talks about like my eyes is chinky, so they really like would compare me to like an alley cat. So they would call me Kitty, and then I really love like Anna Nicole and Marilyn Monroe. Like Anna Nicole was my mom, and Marilyn Monroe was my grandmother. Okay. And so like for every Halloween, I would just dress up like a cat, so just put the two together. That's how I came up with my name before I even started really taking music seriously.
Now, what drew you into the music?
Well, I started doing music when I was like 6. Well, I started singing when I was 6. My parents put me into an art school in Wilmington, Delaware, and so I started doing like opera training and then like dance, different genres of dance and everything. But I really didn't start doing music seriously till like my early 20s, and I started off singing. I just started rapping like 3 years ago.
Now, growing up, who influenced you into start creating music?
My mom. My mom did. My late grandmother. I come from like a musical background. My dad's mom, she was a singer, and then my mom's dad, he also sang in a choir. And my mom sung, so she was in a choir as well, professionally. And so that's how I learned.
Wow, that's pretty dope. So explain to me, what's your creative process? Like, what is an average day in the studio like for you?
My creative process is, I do all my writing and stuff like late night, 3 in the morning. Like I'm not really that much of a sleeper at night, because that's when everything just like pops up in my head. I could be in the shower, anywhere. If a line pops up in my head, I gotta make sure I write it down, and I go back to it at like 2, 3 in the morning, because then I could just shoot it all out, like write a whole song. So
yes.
I always do like my studio sessions is usually late night.
Okay. In the nightlife.
In the nightlife.
Now, do you have any upcoming projects or singles we should be looking forward to?
So, already I have Espresso, produced by D-Day. That's already out on all platforms. The official video is also on YouTube. And me and D-Day actually decided to do a whole EP together. We're going to have like 5 songs. I believe I'm going to call it Welcome to the Kitty Ranch. So that's what I'm here working on now. And I will have a date soon. So, but we're going to be wrapping that up now.
Okay. Well, everybody going to have to stay tuned in the nightlife for the exclusive. I'll make sure everybody tap in with that. Yeah. Now, do you have any features that's going to be on the project, or do you want to collaborate with anybody for this particular project?
So while I'm here, D-Day's gonna be introducing me to some artists. They're gonna come like tap in the studio while I'm here.
Yes.
So honestly, I'm excited. I don't know specifically who. It's just like whoever when they come in and meet me, whoever vibes with whatever they want to hear. Like, I want people to hear and give them the option of what they want to get on, because I want you to like, feel it. Because if you don't feel it, it's not gonna come across on the track. So I like people to come in and vibe with me and vibe with the music. Like, okay, I can do something on here. So I don't know. It could be a surprise.
Yeah.
It might be a surprise to me. I don't know.
Well, that's how the universe works sometimes. So I think that would be the best way to look at it and move forward and take it as it is, Yeah. Now, also, let me know, how was the experience being on the show Rhythm and Flow?
That was like the craziest experience. Like, people looking, you only see like a second of it, like with me. But it was it's like work, but it's like a dream job. And the process is like crazy. You get broken up in groups. You get your own car, security, and we get lunch breaks and 15-minute breaks and all of that stuff. But it's like a literal all-day job. Wake up in the morning, get dressed, gotta be somewhere by 12 so your car can pick you up, and then you just working. And it's like a group of 30 people, mics over your head, different cameras. But once you get like in it and used to it, you don't realize all of that no more. You don't even realize you got this big mic under your clothes, But it was like just being in rooms with people you can only dream of, having conversations with people you can only dream of. It's like, it was the best experience ever.
As a female artist, how do you feel about the current music scene?
So as a female artist, like, it gets like tricky sometimes because there's so much more expected from us. But what people want from us and expect from us is still sometimes not good enough. Like, you know, from females, they prefer to hear like that turn up ratchet shit. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, they complain that we don't spit real shit enough. But you're not gonna play that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, y'all not gonna play it. So it's like, with being a female artist, you gotta really give the people what they want until you can get your foot in the door and keep it in the door, because it's hard to get your foot in the door, but it's even harder to keep it. Like, it's even harder to stay relevant. So until you stamped and you ain't going nowhere, then you have to, you know, give people what they want, even though people gonna still talk about you, they still gonna complain, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like hard. It's more stuff expected from us, and because that's the type of music that people expect from us, it also, you know, affects the way we're treated by, you know, producers, by labels, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They kind of be like dangling your success, be like, but what you gonna do for it, type of thing. And that's like the hardest.
Yes, I definitely agree. I think it sucks. You know, hip hop places like a stigma on female artists at times, like from the Queen Latifahs to the Nicki Minaj's. You know, what type of message are you ultimately giving to your fans and supporters as a black woman in America?
So the message I want to give, because as a black woman, period, I've grown up like from a young age, like 11, I got molested, and I've been raped a couple times by, you know, men that I trusted. So that really hindered, because I quit music for a certain, because of all of that stuff, because all the mental trauma from it and everything. But then I had to have a couple talks with myself, like, so how many times you gonna let these niggas win? You know what I'm saying? And speaking to other female artists that's trying to make, like, you gotta keep on going. You gotta believe and know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. It might be a long ass walk to the end, but you gotta keep telling yourself, like, it's a light, it's a light, it's a light. And you're gonna go through some shit until you can see that light, but you gotta keep on going, because the only person that's gonna get in your way is you. Yeah, you're gonna have some people trying to trip you or trying to, you know, knock you off the path, but they cannot if you let them. You know what I'm saying? If you don't let them, because you're the one that's in control of it. So you just gotta keep on going, no matter how much it hurts. You gotta keep going.
Yeah, I really think that tip that you gave, just to keep going and not stop and not worry, is something that people need to realize. Even to this day, like for me personally, I can speak to, like, you have to believe in yourself and just know it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
And I just added that because that's something that people are dealing with day to day, especially with 2020 being the year we received the coronavirus and just the pandemic and just like things becoming at a standstill. Like, tell me, how have you been able to create during this time? Did you have any moments where it was hard, or was it giving you the best creative juices you could receive? Like, how was it for you this year as an artist?
It was kind of both, and I think like the advantage of it is just now starting for me, because at the beginning, when like the pandemic and everything started, it was like everything is at a standstill. It's like everything you worked for up until that point is like, whatever. I had shows, paid shows, everything that was booked that got canceled, like lost money. I do this 24/7. Like, this is literally my job. I don't have a day job. This is what I do. Like, my dad bought a coffee shop, and we started our own coffee shop business now that it's a cafe, so we do food and coffee and everything now. But he did that just so that I could do my music full time, and I don't gotta go work for somebody else. And when I need to go do a show or whatever, I don't gotta request off and use PTO. Like I could make my own schedule.
Yes.
You know, so it was like that was hard. But at the same time, now like that I kept on going because it kind of makes you sit still. Like you are forced to sit still and think about stuff and like dig into stuff. So it made me, you know, even with the song Espresso, like I was saying, like I would never had, you know, got on no bounce beat.
Yeah.
But because, you know, you have a little bit more time on your hands because of this, like it helped me dive into different stuff. So
Yes.
and now I've been going to different places. It's my first time in New Orleans.
Yes.
So I finally got to come here because of the pandemic. I don't
Right.
think I would, you know what I'm saying? It
Yes.
probably wouldn't have been at this time.
Absolutely. I definitely believe that this year was a reset for me, and I learned more about self-care,
Yes.
and that also allowed me to see more and like open my eye up more. So what you're saying, I just believe that it was just a time for you to see more. Like we're starting to wake up.
Yep.
That's just how I take it,
Yep.
and I'm rolling with that. And we just gonna see what 2021, what is that gonna bring, right?
I can't wait for 2021.
Man, me neither. I just feel like also with just the pandemic, and we had so much time on social media, right? Like
Yes.
everybody, I mean, from the celebrities down to the president was on Twitter.
Exactly.
Like everybody.
And to speak on that, my social media actually, like my engagement, everything
Yeah.
has grown since the pandemic because I'm
Yes.
like, okay, what can I do differently on social media?
Mhm.
And so I've been, you know,
Yes.
so that's a good thing too.
That is a very good thing. So how has social media helped you express yourself and your business?
So on social media, like you can be who you are afraid to be. You know what I'm saying? Like you can show personalities that you might be afraid to show.
Yes.
Like I could be as raunchy and dirty on social media, but you know it more because people don't think I'm shy, but I think I'm shy. And I'm a little bit like modest at the same time, but still like to show like a look. You know, I don't know. So on social media, I can wear what I want.
Yeah.
And it be building my confidence and everything. I can't really explain it, but social media just helps you be exactly who you want to be without, you know, I don't know. I can't explain it.
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, and I also think sometimes social media helps people become people that they are not. And it's like, you know, how you gonna use and take advantage of this, you know, what we have in front of us on our phone. You know, you have some people living fake lives, and you have some people who are growing into who they're showing, and then you have some people is at their rawest form, and people love that.
Yep.
You know, you just gotta, you know,
watch them people though that like they are totally different people on social media and in real life.
Man, you ever seen somebody that you see on social media and you see them in person? It's just like
absolutely. This is not you, girl. What are you doing? This is not you at all. Like I could understand like how I said like you more comfortable on social media like than and you know when you see somebody you might be more comfortable like a text message.
Yeah.
You know how some people are more comfortable texting some things than saying it on the phone and everything like that. But baby, don't be a whole totally different person. Don't be a totally different. Yeah, it's a lot. I know a lot of people like that.
Yeah, they're everywhere. That's just probably majority. So even with talking about like social media and just like you meet so many different people that you have. I have people from social media that support me more than people that I see every day. How has your support motivated you? Like, are you supported most by family and friends or strangers?
So, I have like a close group of family and friends that you know are diehard supporters.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, the music market is like very small. Delaware. And I feel like this is really the same for a lot of artists, like in wherever their hometown is.
Yeah.
You get more support from total strangers and outsiders than like the people from home. they support. If they see somebody pivotal in the industry or somebody, you know, from out of state, like say one good thing about you, then it's like, oh yeah, that's not, you know, da, da, da. And that's just how I feel like that's just how it's going to be. But I do have, me personally, I have a close group of, it's literally my family. That's
beautiful.
You know, yeah. The rest, it literally is from strangers on social media.
Yeah.
Or when I go to different places and just, you know, chop it up with different people, strangers.
Right. I also think too, like, even from you saying like you're just traveling and just getting out the places you've never been, like this is the best time for people to get to know you.
Yeah.
And I believe meeting people personally and getting them to feel your energy is better than a like or a follow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Really is. Now, how do you interact with your fans when you do see them in public?
I want to be just as regular as possible.
Yeah.
Like, I want people to meet me as me. No matter, like, how... And people say I'm funny. I don't think I'm funny, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just want to... I don't want to never... When I meet you, I want you to meet me exactly who I am, so you don't get no wrong impression about shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to meet me. You can decide right then and there if you like me or not. If not, I'm not for you. If you do, then what's up? We cool. But I just try to be just as regular as possible. I don't feel like I have reached the peaks that I'm going to reach yet, so I'm not acting like I'm no Nicki Minaj or you know what I'm saying. But even if when I get that big, I don't feel like I will ever act like that. Like, I'm always going to stay humble and just, like, if I see somebody, I'll be like, because now, even when I go to the store or whatever, like, I'll go to the store and I'll get out the car and then I'll hear, like, people yelling, like, my lyrics or whatever. Then I'll turn around like, oh, that's my song. Like, hey, girl. Like, you know, stuff like that. It's still, like, it feels good. It's always going to feel good. So I want to be as regular as possible when I meet somebody. Like, what's up? Hey, girl, what you doing today?
Okay.
Oh, I'm just going to the store. Yes, I got my bonnet on.
Yeah.
All of that. Yup. Hey, how you doing? So, yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. I really feel as though you being humbled and just being thankful and showing gratitude, you know, and not always just throwing the shade and just always having, you know, your nose too high, you know, just be you, you know. Now, what will be one of your, what is your favorite part of being an artist in this line of work?
My favorite part about being an artist is because I suffer from, you know, anxiety and bipolar. Okay. So being an artist and being an artist that both sings and raps, I can express whatever emotion. Yeah. Like, healthy. I don't have to lash out. Like, I could just go put it in a song. Yeah. No matter if I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm angry, like if I want to fight, you know what I'm saying? Or if I want to love on somebody, I have different ways that I can express it without having to physically do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's a lot. Like, that's really when you write down the whole song about how you're feeling and you able to release it. That's why journals and diaries, for people who aren't artists, journals and diaries and shit are very important. Because when you able, if you don't feel comfortable saying it, to talking, you know, to someone about it, when you able to write it down and release it, it's like you could breathe. Yeah. So I'm able to do that on a daily basis. Like, I have another outlet to just breathe. You know what I'm saying?
What would be your least favorite part of being an artist?
So, my least favorite part... So, it's a situation. I haven't really, like, gone public about it yet. It's very sensitive. I touched on it a little earlier. My least favorite part for me personally is, you know, the people that you're going to meet and trying to find people's true intentions. Because I recently had an incident where it was a legend, an artist that a lot of us female people, period, grew up listening to, singing her songs, our parents, you know. She reached out to me on her social media saying, you know, she wanted to help me out, and connect me with her manager. And she did that, and a meeting was set up with her manager. I'm not going to get into the full detail of it, but the meeting was set up. He came to the meeting a little late, so I had to, like, do the meeting really quick. But during the meeting, he tried to sexually assault me. And then I figured out that it wasn't even really her writing from her Instagram. It was her manager. He manages her account. So, you know, that's the type of stuff. After that happened, I was literally for like a week, I called D-Day, like my other, you know, people on my team, like, I can't do this. I'm not doing this. If this is what I gotta look forward to, I'm not doing this. That's like the girls, like, you know, even like the R. Kelly situation, shit like that. That's how that shit like that happens. It's like, do I gotta deal with that everywhere I turn around? And so it happens so often, and females are scared to speak out about it. You know, especially if you are an independent, upcoming artist, you speak up, that could get you blackballed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it happens too often, and we don't know, because people, you know, females are quiet about it, but that's like the least favorite part, because you never know what person you're going to get when you meet them. Is this going to be professional?
Yes.
Are you really going to help me? Are you here to help me, or is that not your full intent? And I got to figure that out, and I might get a mental scar in the process.
Yes.
But I got to, you know, I got to do it.
You got to do it.
So that's the least favorite part.
I definitely feel as though that's something that many artists had probably dealt with, and some of them probably ran with it just for the sake of them making it.
And that's the sad part, that I also thought about, like, I got myself out this situation where it didn't happen. Like I was able to get myself. The sad part about it is I was able to get myself out of the situation because it happened to me before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was able to
knew what to do
to talk myself out of it and manipulate this motherfucker into letting me go. You know what I'm saying? But it's some girls that didn't. It's some girls that won't know how to get out of it. It's some girls that's gonna feel like, okay, I gotta do this. Yeah. And you don't. But it's going to be some girls that feel like, I gotta do this. And that's just the sad part.
Yes. That's definitely sad for us women. Just trying to strive, and that's why sometimes it's like we receive detours just in any career. They say it's a man's world. I don't know about that. But it's just like, if you want to be a doctor, lawyer, singer, actor, you will have to deal with some of these things of just being antagonized, you know?
My grandmother, my dad's mom, she passed away when I was talking about earlier. She, beautiful singer. After that incident happened, my dad, when I told him I wanted to quit, he sat me down and he told me the story. That's exactly, my grandmother quit because the same situation happened. And she was like, nah, I'm not doing this. I'm going to find another job and raise my kids. Yeah. And she never stung me again because of that. And I don't ever want to do that. Yes. So, yeah.
This is for you. Yeah. You're going to have obstacles and, you know, different things you're going to have to get through and cross over, but don't stop. Yep. Keep going. And just from you sharing that story, it's like, it's meant for you to keep pushing and to just stop generational curses, or however you want it, whatever you want to call it, to where it's repeating itself. You know, I feel like us right now we have to make a change for our future and our kids in the next generation. Right now is the time. Now, just with you speaking on things that us women deal with, you know, mental health has been a major concern, especially during the COVID-19. So many people went under depression, and I learned about my anxiety. I didn't even know I had it till now, and I will be somewhere and I'll be like, oh, that's what that is. That's what that is. That's what that is. Yeah. So I know. Yeah. And you touched on a lot of different things that most women would not want to talk about.
Most unspoken sickness.
Yes.
Is mental health. Yes. You'd be so ashamed. I used to be ashamed to say, yeah, I got bipolar. now, hell no, I am not ashamed of it. Because if I did not have anxiety or bipolar, I would not be the artist that I am.
Yes.
Like that, it helps me tap into my crazy. Like if I feel like I'm gonna punch you in the face, like, you know, when I'm about to blow up, and if I'm having like a manic moment, I can write and I can say some crazy shit in my music. I really think I'd be some mediocre like, just trying to do music if I didn't have it. It's the most untalked about illness that people are ashamed of, and you shouldn't be, because it's too many of us that suffer with
and don't know
it, because it's like somebody asked me like a week ago to explain it, and it's like it's literally a war within your own head that you cannot control when it begins or ends. You just gotta learn how to deal with it and settle it, you know, until the next moment. And that's hard if you don't accept it. Like an alcoholic, like I'm an alcoholic. If you don't accept I have a mental illness, you're never going to learn how to deal with it.
You know, number one is to take accountability. You know, on any level. I had to learn that. And one thing I would say is we all have a light and a darkness side to us, and we need to embrace that. There's black and white. There's the moon, the sun, day, night. It has to. You have to get out the dark to turn on the light, right? So just when you say that, we have to embrace it. And I can hear it in your music that you might switch the switch right quick, but that's a part of your creativity. Yes,
that is my process.
Yes. So we all have that light and that dark, and sometimes I smile at my darkness. Like I smile. I laugh at it. I'll cry about it, and I'll sit like, you was a crazy bitch. Yes. I laugh at it, but you got to. Yep. You got to. You have to embrace it. You have to embrace it. Now, with us talking about anxiety, have you ever dealt with performance anxiety? Yes. It's literally, yes. Whenever I have a performance, every single time, my stomach goes for, it's like when you about to fight. Like, I feel like you gotta be scared right before you do it. Like, you gotta be a little bit worried before you about to fight, because then you can fight for your life. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a little bit worried before I perform, because then I'm gonna make sure I don't embarrass myself. But it's like, before I perform, I can't breathe. I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this. But then when you step on the stage, it's like showtime, and I don't see nobody. I don't see nobody. Anxiety every single time I perform. Every single time. What's the most memorable performance you had, and why? The most memorable would be Rhythm and Flow, of course. Because it was literally a performance in front of a bunch of people I don't know. And like the crowd was just like, because I had people all around me, behind me, the side, in front of me, everything. And like the way they was putting their hands up, like wanting me to grab their hands, and it was different. It was different. I'm like, I feel like somebody on the stage. Yeah, that I did a performance, my first performance in New York, because I was only like one of two females during the whole like 20 roster of people, and I went on like near the end. And so when you see a girl, especially if it's mostly guys, like you see a girl step on the stage and like she's not about to spit nothing. But then when I went on there, everybody, you know, pulled their phones out, all of that. So stuff like that, I love when people underestimate. I love when you can hit somebody with the shock factor. Yes. It's like, oh, you thought I was playing, bitch. No. Okay. Okay, now, when y'all hear her music, if you haven't yet, she's going to give you that shock factor right there. Like, you're going to be like, hold on. That came out of her? I remember somebody literally DM'd me on Instagram from a freestyle. It was like, yo, that came out of you? Yes. Yes. I don't got no mic on me. This is all live. Now, 3 years from now, where do you see your music career? 3 years from now, I want to be global, international. I want to be performing all states, all countries. Like, I just want to be everywhere, and I want, you know, the people that's been following me to be like, oh, she really did it.
because it's a lot of people that went on this journey with me, and that's another reason why I can't stop. Because people like that that's been backing me from the jump, like, yo, like, we've been behind you this whole time, and you gonna stop now? So 3 years from now, I'm just hoping like everybody knows my name. Everybody knows my name.
Describe your music using one word.
Diverse.
Now, if you weren't making music, what do you think you'd be doing right now?
I would probably be a customer service rep at somebody's office. I don't know. I'll probably be at a desk on the phone, so I don't have to, do in-person customer service.
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally probably that's what I'll be doing, honestly.
Now, what you have in this fire you be spitting that everybody got to know about, like, is there any particular female artist that you would love to work with?
I love Mulatto. I love her glow up that just happened, because she deserved it.
Yes.
I've been following her for a long time, since the rap game. That's what she was on, right?
I believe
that's what it's called, right? With Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah.
I was rooting for her so hard watching that, like, yo, that girl. And so I've been following her on social media since then. And in my opinion, I think she's really the best female rap artist. So out here, like, that's known.
Yes.
Because her delivery, her lyrics, everything, like, she can run with the niggas too.
Yes.
So I would love to work with her.
I think that would be a great match.
Yeah.
That would be something that's gonna, like, nobody should be attentive to anything but what y'all two are saying. Mm-hmm. I think she's pretty dope too. I love her, just everything about her, and she seems to be cool, and she just don't give me vibes of like conceited,
like, think I'm better than everybody.
I don't get that from her.
You can tell that she worked blood, sweat, and tears. You could tell that she thought that she was never going to make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell that she went through war for it, because when she posts stuff, like, even she's big. I don't think she really sees how big she is, but when she posts like her little accomplishments, like, not little, they big, like her accomplishments, like her Billboard and her being nominated on BET Awards and all of that, like, you can tell how, like, me, like, I'm nominated, like, I'm on #1 on Billboard, stuff like that. I love stuff like that.
Now, just to get off the subject a bit, I have a question for you. Because, us ladies, like, I love to shop. And I don't know, sometimes I be looking at, like, what am I doing with my coins? Like, what is the craziest thing that you have ever purchased that you wish you hadn't?
Yo, for real, I hate shopping.
What?
I hate it. I hate shopping. But the craziest thing that I purchased, I don't know if I'm really be able to answer that question, because I hate shopping.
Well, just anything.
I will go to a thrift store. I love going to buy little, long jackets and stuff for $3. Like, I love that.
It don't have to be shopping, just anything. Like, what have you bought? You was like, damn, what the hell? What was I thinking?
Well, I guess I can say this. Because it was out my norm.
Okay.
My birthdays, I usually hate, I just get down for the whole month, like, until my birthday.
Yeah.
But last year, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something nice for myself. So it was only just like literally a handful of us. And we went to a club, and I bought a section with 13 bottles. And I'm like, no, and I'm not drinking that whole, I'm not drinking 13, and it was expensive. But I was like, I'm going to do this for me. But then, like a month or so later, I'm like, bitch,
what the fuck?
That was so fucking unnecessary. You in a club, people walking in, random people, I don't know them, I'm giving them, here, you want a bottle?
What?
I can't take it home. I'm not drinking 13 bottles. So I was just giving out bottles as people was coming in. But I did think about that, like, a month later, like, I think you did draw a little bit and just went overboard, but that's probably the craziest thing I ever did for my money.
Wow. That was insane.
I got a champagne parade, though, like my first champagne parade with my fines and all of that.
Yes.
But it was a lot of money and a lot of bottles. I was broke there.
So let me know what's next for you.
What's next for me? Honestly, just keep making music and walking through the doors that's opening for me, because it's just like I'm afraid of the unknown, but I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want that feeling like when I placed on Billboard and I'm like, how? And like the DJs, radio DJs is calling me like, hey, you know you on the top 200 and you number 156 and City Girls is 152. How? Well, they've been spinning your record on the radio. You ain't had to pay for it. I don't got no label. I didn't have to pay no DJ to play my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I just
Lord.
spammed all their emails with my shit, and one of them played it, and then the rest of them followed suit.
Yeah.
I like that unknown because it makes me feel like it verifies that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Amen.
So I don't want to know. I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Keep meeting new people, keep trying to tap into new things, and like really figure out what I really can do.
Yes.
Because I could never. If you would have asked me 5 years ago if I would been rapping, I would tell you, hell no, I can't rap. But because I got sick and I couldn't sing the way I used to,
Yeah.
I started rapping, and that's what's been taking me to where I've been going. And so I don't know. I don't want to know what's going to happen. I just want to keep exploring what can happen, what I can do.
That's right. I'm definitely here for it. I'm for everything, Miss Kitty. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So tell everybody where they can find you on social media and other music platforms.
So social media, everything is easy and the same. Kitty, Kitty, Monroe, MONROEE. I tell everybody, please do not forget the second E, because that's how you can find me on Google and YouTube. And if you only put one E, this white blonde lady that's a porn star is going to pop up. And that's not me. I am brown down, okay? And I don't got blonde hair. And I'm not a porn star. But 2 E's everywhere. Music, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Google Play, Pandora, everywhere. And YouTube, of course, like I said. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all Kitty Monroe. I'm normally like always on either Instagram or Facebook. Twitter, I need to utilize it more. But
Yes.
yeah, I really do. But yeah, you can find me. That's everything simple. Kitty Monroe, 2 E's.
Yes. What's up, y'all? This is Nightlife Flex, and I'm here with the beautiful, beautiful Miss Kitty Monroe.
What's popping, y'all? You heard her, Kitty Monroe.
Man, I had such an awesome time sitting with you for the interview.
This was I really liked this interview. I'm so sorry. No disrespect to everybody else I did interview. I loved all of them, but this was my favorite because it was with a female.
Okay.
So, like, a lot of the questions you knew to ask because you're a black female as well.
Yes,
not just artist questions, but like woman to woman type shit. So.
Yeah, we definitely gotta stand together. Okay, and not just that, I want y'all to tap in with me for all her hot music, baby. When I checked her out, man, she blew me away on the cool. So I'm just like, I'm dying to meet her. So it was a pleasure meeting you, y'all. Make sure y'all tap in with me. I'm Nightlife Flex. Make sure y'all check out the blog, nightlifemusic.com. Y'all can hit me up on all social media outlets, Nightlife Flex. Okay, and let them know again where they can contact you.
So you can find me Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all music platforms, YouTube as well, to check out, my official videos. Kitty Monroe, MONROEE. I'm everywhere.
Alright. And we in the nightlife, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all tap in.
Bye.